Hi everyone, Kim here with this week's live readings. As you come on, jump out, say hello. Let's see who's joining us today. Let's take a minute for everybody to pop on. How is everybody? We had another long weekend here in Queensland. So we've had, I think, 3 in a row. With Easter and then Anzac Day and then Labor Day, I believe this one was yesterday. So how is everybody traveling? How are you doing? We are in the first quarter of the moon phase, so that building energy. I've just completed, or towards the end of completing, the Joe Dispenza course that I'm doing, and absolutely highly recommend anything of Joe Dispenza's. It's amazing work. I did a 50-minute meditation this morning, and I tell you, I reached a point of euphoria within that meditation. It was absolutely beautiful. So not that we have that as an expectation by any means, but I highly recommend his work if you're looking to keep elevating your own vibration and moving forward. I've also been listening to the channel Lee Harris. He was recently here in Australia. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see him live, but I did purchase the recording of his live that he did in the town hall in Sydney. He is a channel, and he speaks to brings through the information from a collective. He's got the most divine, gentle, open-hearted energy, and he also sings, and he has many people support him in that, and beautiful music. And I've been playing that a lot in my car and having it as background music whilst I'm working. So check him out as well if you haven't come across him before. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to do a quick refresh on these comments to see who's here. Hi Joyce, nice to see you. I'm just starting. What are you just starting, darling? Love to hear what you're just starting. Let's go on, and while we wait for Joyce to answer that question and for others to pop on here, I'm going to pull a card for the overall. And this week, what came into my meditation this morning was about offering a package of, I've put together a bundle of 3, and I'll post the link up here. I'll do an email when I get a chance. Hopefully this week I'll get to do that. But I felt like that's a nice way of offering ourselves support ongoing. There's no pressure on how quickly you utilize those 3 bookings. They can be in person for Reiki and guidance, or they can be online for guidance and or Reiki, whatever works for you. But that felt like that was something that would be supportive of the energies at the moment. So I will pop those links up. Just wanting one card, please. Let's see what the energies have. So if we've set those intentions for ourselves at the new moon, then how are we tracking with those? How are we checking in with those? Self-reflection, beautiful response. So what's coming up for you at the moment? What do you feel? Where do you feel your intuition is pulling you forward? Spending time to listen to that so that you feel like you're living directly on your purpose path, and really being aligned. It feels really great when you are aligned, and I'm sure we've all had this experience, and we've had the experience of feeling like we've kind of dropped off the side a little bit, and that's okay. That happens for all of us. So what do we do in that case? We slow down, we give ourselves a little bit of space to reflect, to look at the emotions. The water is here. Look at all aspects of ourselves and allow that. And of course the goal, if we want to use that word, or the intention, the purpose, the point, is always to be accepting all parts of ourselves. Accepting you know, all of it. It might not look like the way that our mind is saying it should look, but when we learn to really deeply accept what is, then we can really move into that acceptance, that compassion for ourselves, and then move forward into the abundance and the purpose and the joy and the love and all of those beautiful things. I mean, for me right now, I feel like I am just surrounded by love. These 2 babies, I mean, I have 3 granddaughters now. I'm like, what? That is just such a delight and such a joy. So, you know, seeing these little people's faces, and I think I told you my children bought me a digital frame, which I have in my bedroom. So when I wake up, we turn that on and we see those little faces, and it's just like, it melts my heart. They're just such little bundles of joy. And to see my daughter, you know, having her baby after such a long journey that she went on, and seeing my son so in love with his, you know, 3 girls, his wife included, it's just joyous. So, you know, what is that for you right now? What are the things that maybe you're up in your head and saying should, instead of that, dropping into that acceptance of what is, and you know, the challenges and all. I have challenges, we all have challenges, but how we deal with those challenges. So that's the overall card for today. I'm just going to do a quick refresh and a cough, excuse me. All right, let's do this, and then we'll get on and do some. It's still not playing ball. Let me try another thing here. All right. Okay, there we go. There you all are. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Beautiful, Joyce. Lovely. Well, enjoy it. I'd love to hear how you feel. It's just such brilliant work. He's just such a gorgeous human. So, hi, Lisa. Nice to see you. Good morning, Brooke. And yes, of course. Alrighty. So we've done the overall card. If you would like a card pulled for you, just pop a yes, please, into the comments, and we can get going on that. So Brooke, we're pulling a card for you right now. There we go, it is that one. Alrighty, what have we got? Blossoming. So paying attention to what is blossoming in your life right now, and you can notice what you notice yourself in this picture, what opens up straight away when you look at this and you think about what's blossoming in your life. And you know, she's playing that beautiful violin, it looks like to me, and that energy that's going out there. So that's vibration, right? That's directly out there into the universe. So what do you want to be putting your attention on? What do you want to bring about more of in your life? So really directing your energy to what is blossoming, what is opening up, what it is that you're desiring, that you're wanting to see more of in your life. So paying attention to that and putting your energy there. Beautiful. I hope that really serves you. And I'm going to have to refresh this again, so bear with me, folks. Yeah. Okay. Joyce, yes, absolutely. Yes, my grandbabies have arrived. Three days apart. One, Ivy arrived on the 17th, and Elna arrived, so she's in Barcelona. Elna arrived on the 20th, so they're so close together, and everybody's doing well. They had a little hiccup over in Spain, but smoothing that pathway now. So, but yeah, just joyous. They're just a delight, and to see, I don't know, those of you that are grandparents, to see your own children's faces reflected back in those babies, it's, I can't describe it. It's just so delightful. Alrighty, Joyce. It was that card. Okay, no problem. We will do that. Action. And this is, this is fluid action, feminine action. It's not the push, push, push masculine. It's the inspired action. Where do you feel that you're moved to move forward? What is stirring in you? What is, I've had this inkling for some time now that Reiki teaching might be something that will be on my radar, but it just never felt like it was. And then that's stirring in me right now. So I've reached out to my Reiki teacher and let her know that it's time. So that's the next step for me in my growth and my work and my offerings and however you want to term that. So what's stirring in you? It's not something that we force. It's something that we feel. Okay, they felt like they said, yep, that was beautifully, succinctly put. And Lisa. Okay, so we've got resilience here, and it's like, okay, what are you carrying? What's the load you're carrying that you could be putting down, darling? This is so much, right? We do carry so much, and there is so much energy that we just we get used to it almost, so we keep carrying it forward. So what is the energy that you're being asked to put down now? This is not your burden to carry. This is I just got more. So this is to do with your mum, right? So allowing yourself to feel the relief, like let your shoulders drop a little here, and and let your spine straighten, because you don't have to carry that load. There are others there to support you. So just no guilt, honey, no guilt, and really trust in your mum's soul's journey, and that you are a beautiful daughter and you're doing all you can, but you don't have to do it all. So I really hope that you're receiving that message today. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to refresh, see what happens. Needing to play it a different way today because it's just... All right, there we go. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Brooke. I definitely am enjoying my grandchildren, and you're so welcome. I became a grandmother at 69. Her name is Penelope Ann. Oh, bless. What a little beauty. Gail, hello. Nice to see you. I'm 70 in September. Woohoo! What a beautiful milestone to reach. And 70 is another 7-year cycle, right? So another phase. You might be feeling that that change is coming, that you're looking at what served you from 63. So I just turned 63 in January, so I've just been through this process. What served you when you turn 63, you may need to make some adjustments for when you're 70. So looking at what needs to shift, what needs to change for you to be fully in your wise woman, and using your energy for things that are going to be meaningful for you, and not using your energy like we did in our 30s, just doing everything all the time everywhere, if that makes sense. So enjoy that process. Allow yourself to journal that more. Have a great day, you too, Joyce. Hi, Sharon, nice to see you. Of course you can have a card. I put that little post in there this morning. I can't even remember exactly what it said, but I had you in mind when I posted it, particularly Sharon. So I hope all is going well for you. I did want to have a conversation with you. There's that new group, Insight, I think it is. I joined up for that, and I felt like there might be a collab you and I might want to do there. So we'll get around to chatting about that. Balance. So this is the reminder of the bringing life in balance. I've just had a weekend where I got to spend about, I don't know, 36, a little bit more maybe, hours on my own. And yeah, nice to come back and have some solo time and reconnect with me and what's important with me. This feels like there's something that occurs for me when I have that time alone, that can't happen when I'm with other people. So as an introvert, I really, really cherish when those opportunities come up, for me to be able to have that time alone and really connect in with myself and be with my own thoughts. So what needs to come into balance for you, Sharon, right now? And really honoring that. It's one of the messages that I received over the weekend is that we really need to be honoring our bodies and not pushing through when we're tired. We need to rest and not feel guilty about it, and really being more discerning with where we're placing our energies is basically what this is saying. So I hope that really serves you. I'm going to do another refresh. I'm going to go over and grab, actually while I'm waiting for that, I'll go and grab this link to the bundle of 3. Actually I might need to double check that it's set up properly, so I'll just do a refresh. Bear with me, folks. Hey Julia, no, you're not too late at all. Lisa, thank you. That message has been received and very appreciated. Good. Hi Christine, of course you can have a card. And you're welcome, Sharon and Julia. Beautiful. Alrighty, Christine, let's pull a card for you. And then anybody else. Let's get rid of that. Good one. What is that? Alrighty, Christine. The unexpected. So this is, it bang, straight away. This is meditation. This is in the silence. This is allowing the information to come through. Honoring that space that you create that allows, it's like the word that's coming is ritualizing it, making sure that you're ritualizing your practice and allowing the reverence to be surrounding that, the prioritizing of it. I'm grabbing at the words here because there's information that's wanting to come through to you, and that's the way that it will be coming through to you. Now I don't feel like that's new for you, but there's new and more expanded information coming through for you. Yeah, 5th dimensional information. So really creating that sacred space, bringing even more awareness to how important that is for you in your life and what you're bringing through and who you're then getting to be in the world that of course is serving others. So wow, that's nice and testament to the work that you do and have been doing. We're all on this path and all have been doing work, and I was reflecting on this the other day. I really started probably when I was 35, seriously doing personal development work, and then I did that for a very long time until it no longer felt like that was it for me anymore. And it was such a big change, and it really came about after we shifted to Queensland in 2022, and there was an ending, which often things can happen like that. And from there, I realized that it was the energetic work that I needed to be doing, no longer the mind work. The mind is a huge piece to the puzzle, and we need to make sure that we understand and learn about mindset and how much that affects us. But there's so much more to it. And the energy work, I mean, that's what we're moving more and more into with this 5th dimension, is the energy work. So It's taken me some time to integrate my role as the matriarch of our family, and it's through pieces of information that I've worked with, and it doesn't all come in one delivery. It comes in following my intuition, and receiving support from a healer, or if I'm guided to do something, and then putting it all together and realizing that, when my mother passed, and it's been nearly 15 years since my mother passed, but I have an older sister. But then it was learning that older sister, anyway, there was whole dynamics, and through some family constellation work, I found out some other information, and it shifted it. And then becoming a grandmother, particularly this time with my daughter having a baby, realizing that, okay, now really embodying this matriarchal role in my life, and what does that mean for me? And this is where we get to really straighten our crown and be that sovereign woman in the role. And being the matriarch of a family is a really important role, and we have great influence in our family, and if we want that to be of the highest good for everybody, then we've got to make sure that we're being that for ourselves, that we're coming from that space of what's the highest good for me and my soul's journey, not just what other people expect of me, but what's right for me. So it's a lot of work that we're doing, and whatever place we're at in our lives, revering that and being in that fully. Okay, so we've got Julia, the card here's the divine masculine. So this feels like about a celebration, actually, about that divine masculine energy within each of us, but within you in this particular case, and how you work with that, and how you are working with that, because we all, the ideal is to have the integrated feminine and masculine. We're talking about yin and yang, and it's that piece in the middle, that's that balance between the two, where we're totally aware that we're wanting our intuition, our feminine, to be the connection to our soul's journey, and what the path is forward. And then of course we want that that masculine that will then be the protector, the single pointed focus that will allow us to take the action and move forward. And when those two are working in harmony, that's what I mean by being in balance and being aligned. It's such a beautiful space to live, and it takes work to in this crazy overstimulated world for us to to be in that space. So this is a celebration of that for you, because I feel like you're doing that really beautifully. And a nice reminder to all of us. Let me do this again and see where we're at. All right. That resonates completely, says Sharon. I love it. Hi, Gail. Of course you can have a card. Love having you here. Christine says, thank you. Okay, let's pull a card for Gail. And if there's anybody else that's on and hasn't received a card, please let me know and I'll pull a card for you. And of course, anybody that's listening to the recording, again, whatever connects, whatever resonates with you, that's exactly the message that you were calling in for today. So let's hear it. There was 2 cards that jumped, so I'm going to ask for 1 card, please, in those set. Thank you so much. We got abundance. Nice. I was talking about abundance at the beginning. So what do you notice in this card, Gail? What's, the standout for you? There's so much there. And this feels like a really an autumnal photograph, right? I love autumn, and I think it's one of the things that I miss a little bit about the Southern Highlands of New South Wales, where we used to live, that we don't get to see the changing trees, the deciduous trees that change into those delightful colours. What is abundance for you right now? What does abundance mean to you? And by focusing on what we have in our life, and feeling grateful for that, then we're drawing more of that towards us. So, you know, whatever that interpretation is for you today, it's asking for you to take a moment to bring your awareness to all that is abundant in your life right now. How beautiful. We've just booked a trip to the Southern Highlands. I'm so excited to be doing that in July. We miss the winters, and we love living in Queensland, but we do miss the winters. There's probably a week maybe of the year that you might put a jumper on in Queensland, which I know is heaven for a lot of people, and it's heaven for us too, believe me. It's beautiful weather to be living in, but we do miss parts of the Southern Highlands. So we booked a week, and we're going to travel down in July to connect with some friends and enjoy some of our old haunts. So we're very excited about that. Alrighty, I'm just going to do one more refresh and see if there's anybody I've missed. I don't think so. I think we've covered off on everything. All right, I'll check out that link and I'll pop it up in the comments here in the group. And if you're wanting anything at all, please reach out and let me know. Otherwise, have an amazing week. I'll be here on Thursday and we'll do meditation for those that are around. And take good care of you. Be kind, be gentle. Loads of love towards all of you. And see you soon. Bye, everyone.